Hi, this is Ebody X from the Candid Frame, and welcome to our Flickr group. And this week I thought I would talk about joy, that great emotion called joy. And I was taking a look at a couple of the photographs that exhibited that emotion, and I thought, wow, that would be a challenge, wouldn't it? To go out there in search of imagery that expressed that strong, unique human emotion. And as I looked through the Flickr pool, I realized it's not caught very often. It's really a challenge, and I thought, well, that would be a real great challenge for myself to go out there during the coming week and just keep an eye out for moments where joy was being expressed and see whether I could actually come up with a really good street photograph that expressed that. And I want to give you that same challenge for yourselves this week to go out and try and capture something that expresses joy. And so I chose a couple of images here that I think that aptly demonstrate what that looks like. Here's an image by Rafik T. No EXIF information on this shot here, but it looks like this was happening at some sort of festival because they seem to be particularly decorated and adorned in a particular way. And the image is called Joy, and you can just see that on her face. The expression on her face, the embrace, the body language, everything. It just captures that sense, that strong emotion so beautifully. You'll likely find that you'll be able to capture moments like this when you go to public events, whether it's a parade, whether it's a festival, whether it's a gathering of people who are just hanging out and just having a good time. That's where you'll find it. If you're just walking down the streets hoping to find something like that, well, the chances are going to be hard and slim. You have to really put yourself in a situation where people are really being social, where they're really enjoying themselves, where they may be drinking a little bit, but trying to capture images where people express themselves in such, without any sort of reserve in public. It usually calls for some sort of social event in order for that to happen. There's no doubt that it happens when people are just casually walking down the streets. Sometimes when they meet up with someone or if they're hanging out at a restaurant. But the thing you want to do is, as a photographer, you want to put yourself in a situation where you may encounter that. There was a dance parade in New York, it seems recently, because I saw several photographers shooting there. And here is a woman who's dancing. And Michael Young shot this with a Fujifilm X-T1 at 1/3000th of a second at f2.8 at ISO 800. And here it's not just her expression, it's her body language, the way her arms are splayed out into the sky, and all everything about her is just expressing pure happiness, pure joy. This is a perfect situation. This is a perfect example about an event that allows people to be themselves in a way that normally wouldn't happen in public. Somehow, when we're at festivals or parties or things like that, our our tendency to be reserved and prudent, we get permission to act out, to have fun, to really just be joyful. And that's such a wonderful opportunity for us as photographers. So it's really important to take a look out for your what's happening in your community this weekend or over the coming weekend and see whether or not it might be a great time to go out and try to make a shot like this. Here's a shot by Jeff Hayward, shot with an EOS Rebel T2i, 1/500th of a second, f4 at ISO 500. Now this isn't happening at a festival or a parade. It's happening in a restaurant there, and it looks like this girl is reacting to something that her friend is sharing with her on the phone, but her expression is just as joyful as the other two images that I've shown you. Um, this is the hardest shot to get because you really have to be aware of your surrounding and what's happening in a way that most people aren't. Even photographers, I always have my camera with me, and I've witnessed moments like this countless number of times. Some of which I've been quick enough to capture, most of which I haven't. But that's why it's so important to have your camera all the time. And this shot is made all the better because of the quality of the lighting. That lighting that's coming through the window, which just throws this wonderful spotlight on this girl and her red hair and her expression. It just makes the shot really, really sweet. So as well as just capturing joy, if you can get great lighting, if you can get great color and great tone, all the better. I think you don't want to stop thinking about all those things that you usually think about when you're trying to make a good composition. You want to think of that in tandem with being aware of the emotions, the interactions of people with one another to create an opportunity to make a really, really good shot. And I really would like to see some of the images that you guys will post. And I know a lot of people are going to be posting on Flickr, but I want to encourage you to join the Candid Frame fan page on Google Plus. What I'd like to do is it's really hard because there's so many hundreds of images that get uploaded to the Flickr pool for me to discern, what's being sent where. And I've had this for a while, and you're free to join it. So just do a search on the Candid Frame fan page. There's another Candid Frame page. Is a private one, which is not really active. This is the one. So if it asks, if you ask to be added to a private one and you're not getting a response, you're at the wrong page. So, and I can't erase the other one for whatever reason. So don't worry about that so much. But I really would like to see over the next couple of weeks people upload images to this fan page on that idea of joy. And the only thing you have to make sure you do is just do hashtag TCF joy, TCF joy, so that I know that you're submitting images based on watching this video. And hopefully we'll produce a wonderful opportunity for us to see what people have come up with. And I really encourage you to go out there and try to find new imagery. I know you may have some images already on your computer, but this idea is to go out there and challenge yourself to go out and make new imagery with this idea in mind, to really sort of push your limits and see what you can do as photographers. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.